TorahCafe.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the second of a three-part series on the Jewish idea of dreams and their interpretations. When we're dealing with the Torah's perception of something, in Judaism, Torah defines reality. When a person wants to know what's the real deal with something, you have to look to the Torah. The Gemara, the Talmud, explains that before a Jewish person is born, when they're still in the womb of their mother, they are taught the entire Torah. Not only are they taught the entire Torah, but they are able to see from one end of the earth to the other end. They're shown the entire world, every bit about the world. Then, Talmud continues and says that as soon as they come out, they forget everything that they know. An angel comes, smacks them on the lip, they forget everything that they know. All the Torah that they learned. So wait a second, though. The question is like this. The Talmud only explains that the Torah was forgotten, but not the view of the world, not this from here till all ends of the earth. How come when a baby is born, how come when we sit here now, we don't remember what the world looks like from here until the end of the world? And the answer is very simple. Because if a person forgets the Torah, they can't see anything. The only proper look, the only true look at the world is through the lens of the Torah. So when we are addressing the issue of what are dreams, in Jewish context, we look to the Torah. So what does the Torah tell us? The Torah speaks a lot about dreams. We notice right at the beginning, right in the book of Bereshis, right in the book of Genesis, we have a whole slew of dreams. I can name 10 right off the bat. Number 1, you have the dream of Avimelech and Sarah. Avimelech has a dream about Sarah. Abraham and Sarah say, tell them that you're my sister, not my wife. Avimelech has a dream. It's not the wife. It's not the sister. It's his wife. Get rid of her. You have a dream, the famous dream about Jacob and his ladder that ascends to heaven. You have the dream of Jacob when he's fleeing from Lavan. You have another dream that Lavan has when he's pursuing Jacob. You have Joseph's famous dreams. Number 1, that's his brother's sheaves bow to his sheaf. And that the sun and the moon and the stars all bow to him. And then while in Egypt, he has more dreams. The baker and Pharaoh's steward, while he's in prison, have dreams, and he interprets them. He gets a reputation. And then Pharaoh has 2 dreams, which Joseph interprets, and he's able to become the viceroy of all of Egypt. So a lot of dreams, all right at the beginning of the book of Bereshit, all at the beginning of the book of Genesis. One thing that's interesting, the rest of the Torah doesn't really talk about dreams. When is the book of Bereshit read? What time of year? If you think about it, we start Bereshit right after Simchas Torah. Simchas Torah is usually September, October. So by the time we get to these parshias, where it's speaking about dreams, we're in Kislev time. Kislev comes about at the end of the secular year, November, December. The month of Kislev. In the Kabbalistic works, it assigns a certain trait to each month. The month of Kislev is the month of sleep. What's interesting is that that time of year, the November, December time, right before the winter solstice, is the time when nights are the longest. The time where dreams, you have more time to dream. As a side note, Certain sources say that every month has a certain stone attached to it. There's 12 months. There's also 12 tribes. Each tribe on the Kohen Gadol, on his breastplate, had a stone that represented that tribe. And the stone of Kislev is the amethyst. The amethyst in Hebrew is achlama, which has the same root as the word dream. In fact, the Radak, Bible commentary, says that a person who wears an amethyst, don't try it at home, a person who wears an amethyst will merit having dreams. In other places in Tanakh, we also find dreams. King Solomon has dreams. Nebuchadnezzar has a dream. The prophet Daniel has a dream. Achashverosh has a dream. Lots of dreams. We're not short on dreams in Judaism. What's even more interesting is that with the exception of Jacob's dream with the ladder, every other dream in the biblical text, the text itself interprets the dream. The interpretation to the dream is also found in the text. So not only are we not shy and short on dreams, we're also not short on their interpretations as well. Dreams were often the medium in which God would communicate with the prophets through a dream. In Talmudic times, having a dream interpreter was a very common thing. Very common. In fact, at the end of the Masechta of Brachos, there are many pages dedicated solely to explaining what different things in dreams mean. If a person dreams about a camel, it's this. If a person dreams about this, it has this meaning. We have a lot of depth as far as dream interpretation, even in Talmudic times. Now, when it comes to Jewish law and Jewish thought, there's mixed conclusions that come out from this, however. Some places in the Talmud we're told that dreams have no meaning. They're of no consequence. They're just meaningless things that people think are just the continuation of what people have been thinking about during the day. They have no significance. They have no consequence. Ein mailin ve'ein moridin. They don't uplift the person. They don't lower a person. There's no positive outcome, tangible outcome that comes from them. On the other hand, we're told in Jewish law that if a person has a bad dream, they're allowed to, and in some cases even recommended, to fast. A fast for a dream. Could you imagine? If you have a bad dream. You have a bad dream. Fasts are something that averts bad decrees. So it's recommended to fast to avert the dream. Even on Shabbat. And that's a very novel idea because on Shabbat, we have certain mitzvahs that are connected with food. Oineg Shabbos, the joy of Shabbos, the food of Shabbos is very important, very essential. A person has to have 3 meals on Shabbos. So even on Shabbos, if a person dreams Friday night, they're allowed to fast on Shabbos the next day. We'll talk about whether that has practical implication next time. Secondly, there's a section in the Siddur that speaks about nullifying a bad dream. If a person has a bad dream, they're recommended in the Shulchan Aruch, all good Siddurim have this, to have the dream interpreted in front of 3 people, 3 friends, 3 people that like you, in a good way. Have them say something good. Have them translate it in a good way. There's a rule in Talmudic jargon that dreams follow the mouth. Dreams are followed by the mouth. What does that mean? They're followed by their interpretation. If somebody interprets the dream in a good way, it has good result. If they interpret it in a negative way, it will have negative consequences. So depending on which dream interpreter you take it to, can determine what's your outcome going to be. So dreams follow the mouth. Interesting little Kabbalistic footnote. In Gematria, the word for a dream that has the numeric equivalent of 84. Ches Lamed Vav Mem. The word for mouth, Peh, Pei Hey, is 85, meaning the dream is followed by the mouth. So dreams follow their interpretation. Next, some people, some opinions in the Shulchan Aruch say that if a person makes a vow in a dream, that they have to keep it when they wake up. Or at least have it annulled by proper people. And last but not least, something that we've all said before, Israel, they say it probably on a daily basis. In we say the priestly blessing only on holidays. Outside of Israel, we only say the priestly blessing in Musaf of all of the major holidays. Okay? Within the priestly blessing, there is a paragraph that we read while the Kohanim are saying the blessing, asking that if we have forgotten any dreams, or if we've had a bad dream, they should be transformed to good. Levi's got the siddur in the back. He's going to pass it around. Everyone can see in the English text exactly what we're talking about. It says very clearly that if I've dreamed something bad, make it be changed to something good. So what is it? Does it go according to those places in the Talmud where it says that dreams are meaningless, that they have no consequence? Or is it like we see here, that they carry a tremendous amount of meaning? Find out next time.